Well, now this is peculiar. The locks for them are like right down the street. There we go. I hear something. I hear voices. And it's way too early. So let's go this way. See that? That's what keeps Donovan alive. All right. Hopefully I went undetected there. That was a good block's distance. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I don't have to care. It's nice and early in the morning. So, one, I was thinking about the desperation of the United States, but in the enclaves, where people still are trying to buy it with Kamala Harris and Waltz, is you have Sexy Pajama Girls. They wear their pajamas around, and their pajamas look wonderful and clean and probably smell like skin product and shampoo. You know, it's what you're thinking. You know, you're like, you know, it looks like a model in her designer pajamas, walking around, looking for things, having, you know, sparkling, click-clacking, having like some kind of fancy keys that click-clack a lot. And so, you know, maybe some fancy bag. And then there's dirty laundry. There's a lot of people on dirty laundry mode. Whatever happened, wherever they're at today, motherfucker looks like they're rolling up on people wearing dirty laundry. You see them and you're like, I bet they smell like dirty laundry. And there's a lot of people that it's rough. You know, we look like it. Is on the West Coast in blue enclaves. We look rough. Things look scuffed. It's tough enough. So, you know, when people are, it's just for the record. So then I started to think about nationalism. Why do somebody like Destiny, who's supposedly against all the corporate malfeasance, Hassan against the big corporations doing big corporate things? Why do they do that? But then they don't want nationalism. And they, you know, blah, blah, blah. I started to really think about it. And I was like, because at some point, people would, they would look inward. Nationalism would make people look inward. And there would be a lot of, you know, investigating people for the things that they do wrong. There would become kind of a sense of, well, there's always people doing something wrong here. All we got to do is catch them. You know, I feel like running after something. I feel like chasing something. You know, because that's one of the things about Americans. Our many groups have these many motivations to, like, catch something. And we really like catching bad guys and punishing them for doing bad things because of our background with religiosity. That's a bred for trait. We don't breed for soft-backed, silk-backed, soft-palmed atheists who want to watch their girlfriend have sex with other people. We don't breed for that. So, yeah, we don't breed for, you know, scheming streamers. You know, it's and so this would make people. One, they would make companies. People would require companies to behave more like how many nations in Europe make their companies behave. That there would be certain standards and levels of doing things. They'd be like, you know, and business activities that it wouldn't be so much that they would be heavily regulated. It would be regulated at the nation's level, but then also very likely in various states because the various states have their own various interests. And that so they don't want to have to deal with the individual states. Big international agreements, you could write in anything you want a lot of times. These companies get away with anything they want a lot of times. So that's a big part of all of this, is that it would make people go after companies that don't do anything about people like Hassan, and people would also probably do something about people like Vouch, Destiny, and Hassan. So, yeah. All right. Just some thoughts on people's fear of populism and nationalism.